showing the Medusa, which is the collaboration of Dreadbox and the Polyend. Dreadbox, of course, you know, and everyone knows that are most famous from their analog voices. So the history goes a little bit further, like a year ago, when Yanis asked us as a Polyend, guys, would you like to make a collaboration project, add to my free voices some kind of step sequencer, maybe presets. So he had those 7 stages small knob that, you know, he would utilize to that. We said, well, of course, you know, you are the legend, let's do it. So then we did, and we sat down, drinking a beer, having a small chat that, you know what, this is not coolest way we could do that. It's like not very Polyendish type of stuff. But how about we, you know, start doing it from the scratch and go a little bit further than that. So we asked, are you giving us free hand for that? And he said, yeah, do whatever you wish. So we went bonkers. We went really, you know, off the grid, as we like to say. So first of all, we added 3 digital voices. So now we have 3 analog and 3 digital. Those are identical, so you can, you know, bust all the myths, which is better immediately, because they're identical. But the changes are in the Dreadbox oscillator number 3, which can be also FM. And then ours can have sweepable wavetable, as you can see on the right screen. So we started with that idea, so we have 6 voices. So maybe we should go further and add some envelopes that are digital, so controllable and scalable. So we added 5 of those and totally independent. And we added loads of targets. When we were discussing, let's add 30 targets for the envelope. But after a while, we went a little bit crazier and we got all the targets. So everything can be enveloped. Also, everything can be LFO'd. And then we have 5 independent syncable LFOs with, again, sweepable waves. And then we wanted to add wavetables, so we did. So you'll be able to download the wavetables from our website, and maybe after some updates we'll enable you to draw your own wavetables, upload it and play with it on top of the analog stuff. So you see the hybrid is getting like more and more dense, and it's monophonic, but then we figured out how to make it kind of polyphonic. So if you are in the P2 play mode, 6 voices are now independent. We added 6 digital envelopes. So this is exactly polyphonic, but we are sharing one analog filter for that, thus making it almost polyphonic. Alright, so we went a little bit further than that. We wanted to add some cool, we have the synthesizer, we wanted to add some cool device that you will play with. So we added the grid, the invention of ours that we were working for last year, and we had it almost ready. So we decided, you know what, we'll test it with the Medusa, we'll put it and make the first in the world proper control with loads of possibility like you have on those cool MP controllers. So for example, I can play it like a keyboard. I can have loads of scales. I can sequence everything here, but I can also have X, Y, Z sending messages to every parameter here again. I think the talk is done. I should let the Medusa talk right now, right? So let's start with the now I'm swiping the wavetable. Here is an example of cool envelopes that are opening the mixer. And you see, with that gesture, I'm obviously changing the pitch a little bit. 3 points, 3 cents. Another example. be a little bit more harsh. And every stage of the LFO and envelope is visible on this default screen. Also, if you go to mixer, you see where you add immediately, because we deal with the presets obviously. And we've implemented 7 presets and 7 sequences as we wanted to do up front. But 7 is not best number, so we changed our mind and we added 256 for voices and for the sequences independently. So we have 512 in total. Maybe let me show you some more LFO examples. So we have 5 independent LFO doing some harm. One more example of the LFOs. And then, as each of the steps can handle different settings, you can record chords, you can set up different values like cutoff for each of the steps. Let me show you the chords. Demo showing you that you can play it as you wish. You can, you know, maybe open a filter that way, like it's very, very fast, and then you have a lot of possibilities to jump from one preset to another, basically. Yeah, some more stuff like micro tuning. So I've set this keyboard, this grid, so I've added some micro tunes to the sound. Let me show you how easy it is to make some sequence. So I go to voice, I hit record, and it will increment my position each time I put some note. Hold. Random stuff. Very crazy because you have a lot of changes, but then I can record those changes on the fly. So as you see, everything is being recalled immediately. So then I can play backwards, I can play like, you know, as I wish. I can add again those targets to manipulate the sounds. It's so powerful that it can also handle some drums. So I have few examples of drums. Maybe something more interesting. And then again, I can change the global settings, but also locally I can add to each step a different parameter, right? Every parameter. I think I kind of covered probably 80% of that, but I'm sure that your SD cards are like fulling. So the last thing is to tell you that we are releasing it in 3 months, hopefully. And it's gonna be $9.99, hopefully both Euro and USD, including, you know, all the VAT and shipment.